This is no ordinary transport. It looks like law enforcement, but inside it carries silent death. In China, mobile execution vans, or death vans as we know them now, continue to roll, carrying out capital punishment on wheels. And I am uncovering the truths that nobody wants you to see. And by nobody, I mean the Chinese government. They want their own people behind the Great Firewall of China to be terrified of these death vans. They don't want you, an English speaker in the free world, to know how absolutely horrifying this is. The thing is, I covered the mysteries of China's death vans, or mobile execution vans, based on an absolutely terrifying video that I translated last year that was put out by China in an effort to curb crime via psychological horror and torture. That video really messed me up. However, I thought it would be the end of that. You see, the formula is simple. Number 1, death vans exist in China. We established that. Number 2, they roam around killing criminals. And I explained how all that worked, and in the end I was traumatized. But of course, it didn't end there. Of course, there are brand new developments and improvements that have traumatized me all over again. And guess what? Traumatized me much, much more this time. You ever feel like someone's watching everything you do online? Yeah, it's because they probably are. It's time to disappear with today's sponsor, CyberGhost VPN. From hackers on public Wi-Fi to websites tracking your every click, your online life isn't as private as you think. When you ask for someone's Wi-Fi password or connect in a restaurant or a hotel or a cafe, everything you do online could be visible. You probably don't want your banking information or your personal data out there for open collection. That's why I use CyberGhost VPN. With just one click, I'm hidden behind military-grade encryption and a new IP address in over 100 countries. Are you in a country that doesn't have certain libraries on Netflix, Hulu, and Disney and all that kind of stuff? Well, no problem. CyberGhost actually unlocks those for you. Are you gaming? Well, CyberGhost's super low latency servers help a lot. Working remotely? Totally secure. No matter where I am, there's no logs, no leaks, and no nonsense. Also, you can run one account on up to 7 devices, and with 24/7 customer support and a 45-day money-back guarantee, there's zero risk. Millions of people have rated it on Trustpilot, and there are over 38 million users worldwide. Click on the link in the description and get an exclusive discount on CyberGhost VPN. Stay private, stay secure, stay free. CyberGhost VPN, protect your digital life. These vans are about 7 meters long and they're cloaked in police colors. They blend seamlessly into traffic. They're engineered to execute with efficiency and secrecy. And inside, there's 2 stark components. In the front, you have the front monitoring room. That's where the people sit. They look at the computer screens. They have an intercom. They have observation windows. They watch every single heartbeat, and they record every single twitch as the execution happens. In the back, they actually have the execution chamber. There's narrow sliding doors. They're about 1.3 meters tall and about half a meter wide, and they open to reveal a very clinical, disturbing setup. There's a bed with restraints, there's injection apparatus, and there's vital sign monitors, all rigged for lethal injection. Mobile lethal injection. It's now been improved. The execution bed now supports over 200 kilograms, fitted with safety belts and emergency shutdowns. 2 cameras capture the process and stream it to the command area. All of this execution is watched and filmed in real time, but now there are rumors that the footage is being taken during the execution in the van, and it's being shown to criminals and their families as psychological torture. Because of course, the Chinese government would do something like that. The justification is truly disturbing. It's all about efficiency. Lethal injection replaced firing squads, as they were seen to be more civilized. But that's nonsense anyway. Firing squads still very much exist in China. In fact, you can go all over the countryside and still see videos where a village will come out and watch somebody get shot in a ditch. But the move towards these vans was not actually about being more civilized, it's all about practicality. In fact, it's been quoted by the Chinese government that practicality, not compassion, drives the shift as to why these vans are being unleashed on China's streets. It's been revealed that although China very much still does shoot people in ditches with guns for the whole town to see, they see these death vans as a much more efficient and clandestine method. Execution via lethal injection is far cheaper and more discreet than building permanent facilities. In some rural regions, could actually avoid transporting prisoners long distances. In fact, one former judge in China estimates that vans save hundreds of RMB in travel and drug transport costs. There's something so absolutely grim and soulless that is being bragged about within the Chinese government that they're saving a little bit of money on gas by not having to drive people to and from their execution. By 2003, Yunnan province in the south of China deployed 18 vans. By 2006, at least 40 units were built across Jiangsu and Shandong by companies like Jinguan and Neico. But now, there are thousands of these vans roaming around China's streets, scooping people up and vanishing them without a trace. And now, 2025, there are rumors and footage that incinerators are being built into some vans to burn the victims to unrecognizable ashes before anyone finds out. Now, why are so many of these vans being unleashed on China's streets? The truth is, China's been deploying these en masse because of the sheer rise in crime that they're facing. While the US is seeing an overall decline in crime recently, China has seen the very opposite, and they are none too happy about it. You can tell by the sheer amount of propaganda that they release to English speakers like yourself about how safe and high trust China is. In reality, a massive problem has been unfolding: mass murder. Countless people in China have been taking to the wheel of their cars and running over crowds of pedestrians on purpose. It seems to be happening weekly. This cowardly form of murder seems to be an epidemic, but there are so many mass stabbings across the country as well. Mass stabbings usually involving grown men stabbing kindergartners in what have been called as revenge on society attacks. These vans make rapid, localized justice, and thus deterrence immediately visible. In fact, there was a quote from one of the designers of the vans that said, "It deters people from committing crime. It's a visible way of thinking to yourself, this is how I'm gonna go if I break the law." The problem is, while some people might cheer on the punishment of these heinous criminals, it's not just them that are getting executed via the death van. Now, in 2025, according to the list of death van publishable offenses, these criminals are losing their lives in the van as well. Thieves, people that China has deemed as treasonous, people that have committed espionage, subversion of state power. And yes, this literally means posting anti-Chinese government memes, by the way. China is most likely killing people who post edgy memes online in mobile execution vans for political crimes if they see them as serious enough. Subversion of state power can cover a multitude of topics. Not to mention that they are 100% absolutely killing freedom fighters and political dissidents in death vans. Remember, China ranks a 9 out of 100 on the Freedom House score. It is not a good place to be. What makes this so much worse is if I ask you this question: what if the execution in these scary, sinister vans is just the beginning? Amnesty International and researchers suspect coordination between police, courts, and hospitals. Speculation that vans expedite organ removal post-mortem. Lethal injection preserves organs a lot better than bullets do, and execution vans bring the body and doctors to crime scenes, not the other way around. People have done investigations and have called these companies in China and asked if they were able to buy organs. Some places were able to acquire them in no time at all. China is well known for having prisoners ready to go in case a high-priced buyer comes into town and needs a new liver, or really anything. Imagine how convenient it would be to arrange an execution in a van, drive the organ to the hospital, or bring the doctor to the criminal, and bam, you have an easy, fresh sale. China insists that organs are donated voluntarily with consent, but transparency is non-existent, and critics say that such claims are absolutely empty. In fact, the surmounting evidence says otherwise. You can watch hours and hours of proof of China's organ harvesting on YouTube already. These death vans are no relics of an authoritarian era. This isn't the past Soviet atrocities. This isn't the past Hitler's Germany. This isn't the past, this is now. These are tools of modern day zero tolerance and control. Dark vans rolling through countryside roads and city streets, bearing death quietly, closer to home than ever before. Executions in China are state secrets. Crime rates are hidden, erased, and censored. Organ harvesting allegations are silenced. Yet we do know that China uses these vans, and now more than ever. China has the highest execution rate in the entire world by an extreme amount. But despite all the international pressure, like these mobile killing chambers suggest, this infrastructure of punishment endures. Is it humane? No. Is it efficient? Yes. Out of sight, out of mind. Exactly. That's what makes them so dangerous. The world looks the other way. You know what? I think it's time we didn't. As uncomfortable as this is, China's goal, in the end, is to export this level of sickness and evil to places all over the globe as it hunts every single last dissident that opposes China's disgusting human rights record. Because you know that's what they're after next. Don't forget to click on the description link to get the special discount CyberGhost VPN is granting to our channel users. This application will protect your data while you browse and give you full access to all blocked content on the internet for $2.03 a month only. Totally risk-free, so check it out. Link in the description. If you enjoyed this video, you're gonna love my live show, The China Show. It's all of China's current events live every single Friday with my partner, Serpent ZA. We go through everything that's been happening in China, the viral, the amazing, the crazy, the funny, the bad, the ugly, everything in between. It's the only place you need to be to stay on top of China's news, so make sure you're over there. And if you wanna support my work, go over to patreon.com/ADVpodcast. I have a secret show, one that I can't show on YouTube. It's on Mondays, and it's the best way to support my work. Thanks.